So I got a couple comments from viewers asking me, hey Rob, could I save a lot of money by buying a motorcycle? With gas prices what they are, is it really worth my time and investment to buy a motorcycle to help combat these high fuel prices? Well, it depends. Yeah, lately I've been coming to work and I've been seeing more and more motorcycles in the parking lot. And I talked to a few co-workers and I asked them, hey man, I didn't know you were into bikes. Why all of a sudden the interest in riding motorcycles? And two of them came back and told me gas prices are way too high, so I decided to take the motorcycle safety course, and that's pretty much it. That's why I'm riding motorcycles, to save money. Now, I'm not sure how accurate and true that sentiment is. There's an overlying fallacy in that thought process. Are you actually saving money by riding a motorcycle on your commute to work? Yes, gas prices are high all over. In the US, here in Texas, it's above $4. In other places in the United States, especially California, is very high. But then again, in other countries, continents like Europe, for instance, it's extremely high. So yeah, we can agree that gas prices are much higher than they have been, possibly much higher than they need to be. But are motorcycles the correct answer or solution to that problem set? I don't know. It depends on a variety of factors. A, the motorcycle. 2, your actual commute. Let's talk about those two first. The bike that you choose to commute on to help combat the high cost of gas is extremely relevant. Obviously, if you commute on a bike like this, Yamaha SZ10 or the MT10 or any kind of high performance bike, your gas mileage is not going to be all that great. On this bike, I find myself stopping for gas quite often. About 90 miles after the last fill up, I better be looking at a gas station, because this bike eats gas. But on the other hand, if you have maybe a scooter or a lower cc bike, many of those get 50, 60 miles per gallon, there may be a win situation. The other point that I brought up, it depends on your commute, is also very relevant. Obviously, the shorter commute, the better. If you got a 5 or 10 minute commute from your house, or perhaps a little bit more than that, then yeah, it makes sense. But if your commute is pretty demanding, a lot of mileage, which will cause wear and tear on your motorcycle, then you probably need to do a little bit more analysis on the cost benefit of buying a motorcycle to commute. A lot of people fail to think about consumables when purchasing a motorcycle. Consumables and service. Get your bike serviced. Now, normal automobiles, cars, pickups, and whatever, they demand less frequent maintenance or servicing in many cases. Motorcycles, no, you better stay on top of your servicing, right? My pickup truck requires oil changes like every 7,000 miles or so. My sedan, my Lexus, every 5,000 miles. And tires on automobiles last much, much, much longer than the average motorcycle tire. Depending on how you ride your motorcycle, if you're a very aggressive rider, and you can wind up changing your tire or your tires every 6,000 miles. And that's dependent on how you ride, the type of tires you have, the roads that you ride on. Depends on a variety of different factors, right? Automobiles, on the other hand, man, you can go 40, 50, 60,000 miles without having to worry about your tires. And tires are a huge expense on a motorcycle. So again, it depends on what you ride and how you ride and that kind of thing. And going back to the servicing point, if you are the type of guy or girl who likes to take their motorcycle to the dealership each time you need an oil change or a service, then you're going to be paying a lot of money over time. However, if you're the type of person, the type of motorcycle owner who likes to work on their own bikes, save some money, then maybe purchasing a motorcycle in order to save fuel is not a bad idea. So just something to think about. So I hope this addresses the questions that I received via my email. That's just my opinion. A lot of other folks have differing views, but bottom line, just do some research before you buy a motorcycle. I don't know if that's strong enough rationale to purchase a motorcycle to save on fuel. But like I said, just do your research. And if you do, make sure you actually want to ride your motorcycle, that you have a passion and desire to want to learn how to ride a motorcycle. Don't just do it just because you think it's a little more inexpensive than commuting in your automobile. It's just something to consider. That's all. But all right, folks, I am riding to work. It's been about 100 degrees for the last week, either over 100 or right below 100. But yeah, I've been commuting regardless. As long as I'm moving, the heat doesn't bother me. Unfortunately, if I'm in the middle of a traffic jam, backed up traffic or at a traffic light, then yeah, it gets pretty uncomfortable on a motorcycle. So what's the hottest temperature I've ever ridden in? Man, I was coming back from, actually I was going to Colorado a few years back on my super itinerary. And it got up to like 104, 105 degrees, pretty close to Lubbock and Amarillo. And yeah, I was moving pretty good, man, but it was still freaking hot. So I had to pull over and call it an early day. Stopped at a motel and checked in and cooled off for the night. But anything below that, I'm okay. As long as I'm hydrated, I'm good. That's the big thing, being hydrated, right? But yeah, it's about time for me to find a gas station. Like I said before, this ain't the bike to commute on in order to save gas, because this thing eats up fuel. All right, man, traffic is already getting heavy. It's barely 6:30. See if I can get from behind this truck here. As soon as this car passes me up. I don't like riding behind trucks with crap in the bed, in the truck bed. San Antonio rush hour. Yeah, we're way on the far west side of San Antonio, so it's not too bad, but the closer you get into the city, yeah, it gets kind of dicey. But this is not bad at all. But yeah, folks, this is what I do pretty much every day. Commute to work. Not because I want to save gas so much, it's because I enjoy it. But anyway, that's all I got for you today. You guys stay safe out there. And I will talk to you later. Peace.